Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Alumni House. This is the College World Series preview show. We have 8 new teams this year. There are no teams left are in the College World Series that were in it last year. Of course, last year's champion LSU didn't even make the tournament this year. Um, the runners up were put out in regional play. Runners up being Coastal Carolina, and we had some major upsets throughout the tournament. UCLA lost in the opening round. Southern Miss losing in the opening round. Georgia Tech losing in the opening round. So there were seven. Seven host teams that did not advance, which not unheard of to have a bunch of upsets or teams not advance. But when it's your team not advancing, it's a bummer. That's for sure. Um, all right, so let's see. Quick coaching news. South Carolina has hired Kevin Schnall from Coastal Carolina. That was a move I really kind of saw coming from 3 months back when Paul Maneri left the team when he was fired or mutually decided to part ways or whatever it was. I kind of saw that move coming. He's too good of a coach um, not to have at least had a move put on him by South Carolina. So Coastal Carolina will now be in search for a new coach. That's the second time in like 3 years that they'll be searching for a coach. Worked out pretty good with the last one. The last two have taken them to the College World Series. The one before Kevin Schnall won the College World Series in 2016, I believe it was. This is before Coastal Carolina was part of the Sun Belt, but they're now in the search for coaching for a coach. I saw where they'd been going after the head coach from North Carolina. They were not pulling him away from there. South Carolina had been going after North Carolina's head coach, but he's a North Carolina guy through and through. I believe he graduated from there. I think he maybe played there. So he was not leaving Chapel Hill, especially when he just took them to the College World Series. So let's get into the Omaha 8 as they call it, and I will pull up an image here. It's poster, one of the posters that has been released for this year, and you can see we have Troy, Ole Miss, Alabama, Texas, West Virginia, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Georgia. And you'll notice one thing 5 of those teams have in common, and that is that they are SEC schools. So 5 of the 8 schools are SEC schools. The ACC only gets one. The Big 12 gets one. And, of course, the Sun Belt, they have one as well. I believe, if USC had beat North Carolina, I want to tell y'all wrong. I want to look this up real quick. I believe it would have been, I think, the first time since 2005. Let's see. Yeah, 2005. So for the last 21 years now, the ACC has had representative in Omaha. Um, let's see when the last time the SEC didn't have one. Uh, they have had a longer run than the SEC. The last time the SEC didn't have a single team was 2007. Um, two very dominant conferences. Of course, just a couple of years ago, half the field was ACC, half the field was SEC. Um, not great for college baseball when it's all just two conferences. Of course, this is not really great for college baseball either. When you're having five teams from one conference. I've been an SEC fan most of my life. Of course, when I went to Southern Miss, I became a fan of whatever conference we were in at the time. I really became a fan of mid majors, and I still like the SEC, but there are some things about the SEC and the Big Ten that have really kind of irked me, to say the least, over the last few years, and the fact that it's just so heavily weighted between, especially in baseball with the SEC. It's a little bit at this point. It's a little annoying. Honestly, like it kind of takes away some of the fun of college athletics when it's one or two conferences who are just completely dominating everything all the time. So, hopefully, hopefully we see some real parity this year. Let's see. North Carolina has a chance to win their first national title. They have been, I think this is their 12th trip to Omaha. Let's see. This is their 13th, so they had 12 before this trip. West Virginia and Troy, they are making their first trips um, to Omaha. Um, Oklahoma and Alabama, I think they're both on. I think this is trip 8 for them. No, Oklahoma's 12. It was may have been Ole Miss in Alabama. Let's see. All right, so Alabama's on trip 6. There's a couple of them that had the same amount, and I was thinking it's Oklahoma and Alabama, but I guess it's not. All right, so this is 7th trip for Ole Miss. Georgia's the other team who's making. Yeah, Georgia is also on their 7th trip. So, and this is the first time for Georgia since 2008. Of course, Ole Miss went in 22 when they won the whole thing. North Carolina, their last trip was just 2 years ago. Um, Like I said, this is Troy in West Virginia's first time. Oklahoma, their last trip was uh 2010. And then let's see. I think Texas, the only team I haven't said. Texas, I think they may have the most trips all time. This is, yeah, they have secured their record 39th College World Series appearance. So next year is the 80th anniversary of or 80th edition of the College World Series. So if they make it next year, that will be exactly half of the trips. Half the time that the College World Series has been played, that Texas has been there. Um, Texas has the third most College World Series victories. They have 6. They were tied with LSU until LSU won it in 23. Then LSU went ahead with 7. And of course, last year made 8. And that puts LSU 4 behind the all-time leader, USC. Of course, USC has not won it since 1998, and their last trip was 2001. They had a chance to make it this time. They didn't. I'm not complaining about that. I'm not a fan of USC. The fact that UNC was able to pull out a very close series, very close game, very close series. Impressive for the Tar Heels, heartbreaking for the Trojans, and I believe that was the only series that went to full 3 games. Troy swept Little Rock, Ole Miss they swept, Alabama swept. Texas went 3 games. They went. Did they go 3 games? I think they made. No, I think it only took them 2. Let's see. Here is. Yeah, took them 2 games. Chapel Hill went 3. Lawrence, which was where Oklahoma played, that went to Morgantown. That one went to the Troy Super Regional. That went to Tuscaloosa. Went to Auburn. That one went to. That's the one that Ole Miss won, and then Georgia went to. And that was, even though they only went 2 games, that was 2 amazing games. Georgia won 13-12 and 11-9 over Mississippi State. Both those games, tons of home runs. That was the second game that sent Georgia to Omaha. That one went to extra innings. Their catcher. What's the guy's name? Daniel Jackson, who transferred from Wofford in 2025. Last year didn't have a great season. This year they're saying he's pretty much wrapped up the Golden Spikes, which is like the Heisman Trophy Award for college baseball. He batted .394 this season. I think he has 31 or 32 home runs. He's over 25 stolen bases. He's very close to having a 30-30 season, which has only happened one other time in college baseball. 30-30 season being 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. He's doing this as a catcher, which is a very demanding position. If you've never played catcher, it's very demanding on your knees. You see a lot of catchers, especially the older they get, they have a lot of trouble with their knees, a lot of trouble running out, close plays and stuff. But this guy, he's doing everything right now. He's Triple Crown winner. It's average home runs and RBIs. So I mean, he hit the go-ahead home run in that game. Of course, Georgia was the visiting team in the Super Regionals. They play home, away, home. It's all played at your stadium, but you're the home team, away team, and home team, which I'm not a fan of. I wish they kind of just played it straight through. You earn the right to host. You should be home team the whole time. But irregardless, that's neither here nor there for this discussion. He was amazing in that game. The whole series, the whole season he's been there. They said that was his Golden Spikes moment. I don't know if I'm sure the vote's probably already in. They usually announce the Golden Spikes winner right before the I think it's the Sunday of the championship series that they announce who the Golden Spike winner is, which I'm not a fan of that timing. Because like if you're playing on a championship contender team, you're in the championship series. Now you have this other distraction going on. They've done away with the MLB draft being during Omaha. I think they should wait 2 more days and announce who's the winner of the Golden Spikes Award. That's not going to damage not going to damage the prestige of the award being like just after the season. I mean, the Heisman Trophy, it's not the same day as most games. It's the same day as the Army Navy game, but that's different. This is the I pulled this off of the Men's College World Series Instagram account here, but this is their poster for this year. Very cool poster. It's got a player from each team. Of course, it's got the pennant, and it's a really cool setup. One of those things that if you're a baseball fan, it would be a cool stuff to have in your office or like man cave or whatever. That's one of those things that I love to see the posters they put out every year. I wouldn't mind having one of those like to put up somewhere. I would love to have one with the Southern Miss on it, but that hasn't happened since 2009. We just got to break back through and get there so I can get one of those. All right, looking ahead to the schedule, we will go ahead and start with Game 1, which is Friday. It's at 1 p.m. Central Time. Troy is the away team. They're taking on West Virginia, who is the 16 overall seed. The 6 p.m. game is Ole Miss taking on number 5 seed North Carolina. Saturday, the 2 p.m. game is Oklahoma versus number 7 seed Alabama. And then the 7 p.m. game on Saturday is number 6 Texas versus number 3 Georgia. Of course, Sunday you'll have 2 games. You'll have 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. It'll be winner of game 1 and game 2. Against each other for the first game for game 5, and then game 6 will be the losers of game 1 and game 2. Or it may be reversed. It may be losers play first, winners play second. I'm not sure. They don't have like winner loser on the schedule here. It's just let's see if they have an actual bracket. That's not a bracket. Okay. Well, they don't have winner and loser games, but you'll have 2 games Sunday. Once we get into the week, you'll have 2 games on Monday. 2 scheduled games on Tuesday. Wednesday, you'll also have 2 scheduled games, and then Thursday it says if necessary. And then Saturday will start the championship series. So they'll play Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 1:30, and then Monday is the if necessary, and that will be at 6. Of course, all games are on ESPN to get to the championship series, and it's ABC for game 2. But it's they have a countdown clock on the website. It's pretty funny. It's 2 days, 14 hours, 46 minutes, and 3, 2, 1. So nice little countdown clock there. Tickets are pretty outrageous, expensive right now. I just looked up to see what they're going for, and the cheapest I saw was now these reserve tickets, but let's see. Yeah, $195 for the Troy game. $285 for Ole Miss versus North Carolina. Let's see. Oklahoma, Alabama is $238, and it's appropriate that these two are playing first. Their first game in Omaha against each other, because they played in the playoffs against each other during football season. So it's kind of appropriate that they play each other in baseball as well. For Texas, Georgia, $315.90 is the cheapest ticket. So yeah, they're not cheap. Not cheap at all. And they're all kind of high seats from what I'm seeing. I know that if you can just wait, you can get them a little cheaper. But yeah, I mean it's crazy expensive, and I mean all these they're pricing families and working families out of these events and stuff, and it shouldn't be that way. They should do everything they can to enforce a if you buy what they call a season ticket or a all session pass, you shouldn't be able to go on one of these sites and charge 6 times the rate that you paid for the ticket. I guess this is how some people pay for their trip is just scalping on Ticketmaster and stuff. But it's disgusting what these tickets go for. I should have a couple years ago for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. They had it was in New Orleans, and it was the championship game. It was North Carolina and maybe UConn, or I don't remember who they were playing, but it was in New Orleans. Would have been an easy drive for me to make. I should have done it because I went online and found tickets that weren't terrible seats, and they were like $40. So I would have went to a championship game for not a real high price. But what I'm seeing on here, these are just crazy expensive tickets. It's a shame to see that. It's bucket list for me, but I may have to take out a second mortgage or something like that to be able to afford to go if Southern ever makes it. So anyway, looking forward to the College World Series. I love it. I hate it at the same time because it's the end of the season. You enjoy these next few days. Next what 7 days of baseball, 10 days of baseball, whatever it is, and and then I'll be sad when it's over. But it's a fun ride. And if your team makes it to the end, it's an even funner ride. But it's honestly it's tied with, it may be even a little ahead of college football for me as far as like sports I enjoy to watch and go to. It's to me it's the last pure game that we have, and it's not as pure as it used to be, just off these ticket prices. But it's still enjoyable to watch. It's it's a fun game. It's a great way to kill an afternoon. It's America's pastime for a reason. And college baseball is almost one of our last pure vestiges of that. It's not completely pure anymore, like I said, but it's not as tainted as like MLB with labor negotiations and stuff like that. Money is the driving force there. It's getting to be that way in college baseball, but it's not quite there yet. And I'm droning on, and I don't know why, but guys, enjoy this next couple weeks here of college baseball, or next week of college baseball. Take it as much as you can, and this is it. I mean, this is where the road meets the road. We'll have a lot of fun watching it, and cry when it's over. Until then, guys, I'll hop on here and there throughout, kind of do some updates. But with the way that the times and stuff are on here, it'll be a little harder to hop on like I did during conference championship weeks. So anyway, guys, until the next time I'm on, it'll definitely be like next week at some point. I'll be on to do an update show. Maybe next Tuesday I'll do one. So we'll have some teams eliminated at that point, and we could recap their seasons and look at who's still alive. So until then, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you have a great night. Enjoy baseball, guys. It's here. The championship is here. Let's enjoy it while we have it.